Speak.
The sausage grinder is not working. Hand me that wrench and stop complaining.
Everything here is so short. Dad just wants we need to invest a little money into updating this place.
What would you have in mind? College graduate, son of mine, who cost me $40,000 and got C's continuously? What would you suggest?
I would suggest you check the attitude at the door.
I'm your father. I'm allowed to have attitude, all right? You were allowed to get better grades than C's, but you didn't take advantage of that opportunity.
You know, it's days like these where I have no question in mind why Mom left. My only question is why she waited 40 years to do it.
It's called a heart attack.
I call it self-induced.
You don't self-induce a heart attack.
Hey, when you got this much meat around and a lack of statins, you can self-induce.
Statins. There you go again with your fancy college words. That didn't even make any sense. What's a statin?
It's the little things in the bottle next to your nightstand that you refuse to take, that the doctor prescribed for your heart.
Was I there when he did this?
No, you were unconscious, on a stretcher.
This sausage maker's working okay. This one's still a little tight.
Dad, it was just grizzled. Look.
It's not filling up the tube properly. It's grizzle
Are
sausage.
you talking about another prescription that you need or meat?
I'm trying to teach you a trade. You didn't learn anything in college. If you could, it makes sausage. And you know, you would have a skill, and this is something that you could sell.
Dad, I sell my artwork all the time. I have my own Etsy site. I have an eBay site. I sold a painting last week for $500. And guess what? It was just a sketch on the page of an old phone book. Huh. That's good marketing.
Yeah, I didn't notice it, but we got some holes in the road. I think there's some holes in your story. What? You didn't sell no stinking picture for $500.
I did. And I know you have an iPhone because I bought it for you, so Google it.
It's got a lot of buttons, you know.
Nobody ever died from clicking on the ones they loved.
Nice.
Dad, you have an iPhone. You don't need to use the landline.
That's got way too many buttons. All I need is the dial. This will work. I can call for information.
Dad, the doctor said you could have another good 30 years in you. Just take the medication. Stop avoiding everything that looks strange to you.
Why would I want to live another 30 years when my wife has been gone and it left me?
So you can.
And yet all I have is you, my kid that cost me $40,000 to get through college, the child that was birthed from my wife, who now as an adult lies to me about selling some art in the Bay of E.
You know, I can't help it if I'm going to be a bigger success than you. And you should.
$500. Nowadays, this is what century is this? This is 2014. Do you know what $500 gets you? You made $500 last week.
Yeah, it gets
Do you
you
know
a
what
new
that qualifies for? Right, okay, so that was one thing that you were able to buy. So I think a person working minimum wage would make more money than that. Now that they've upped it to whatever, 15 bucks an hour, 40 times, that's $600. You didn't even make minimum wage last week. $40,000 so that you can make less than minimum wage.
I wish it had nothing to do with
Work as a lunch.
and stop whining.
Oh, you're making way too much noise.
Oh, yeah.
And give me that wrench and stop complaining.